Been working on putting a building around our nether portal for a while now, and I just came up here to get a quick peek at what it looks like, from up in the sky, but it kind of looks like ET from the movie ET. The eyes, he's kind of got like his arms down, or removed, I suppose. But yeah, I built ET with his feet and everything. It's just good job, me. We finished, mostly finished. We're actually still missing, some stuff, but we're not ready to put those new things in yet, so we can't finish it yet. But here is, hang on, now that's not the way we want to enter. We're gonna have two main entryways. We're gonna enter from the side entrance because it's kind of neat, spooky. I agree. So you walk up, you're like, wow, look at this cool castle thing, and you can go left or right. They both have their own little doorway here. I think I need to do more around these doorways too, but for now it's fine. And this brings you into Oopsie Daisy. I totally forgot about this opening I just made. Let's just go ahead and seal that puppy up. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So you've kind of got the main portal area here. You can go up tippity top that way. There's that button there that does stuff. Don't worry about that yet. It's pretty obvious, I think, though, what it does. Back here, we've got more portal area. I really like this view. It's the same-ish as this view here. Really, really cool. And then you can go into either these two. Again, we're going to do different things with the doorways, but we're just not ready to install any of the inner buildings here yet. This wall actually can come out, I realize. Oh, I guess we have to do some floor. But this is just going to be mostly one large-ish room. Don't worry about that. It's not done. It's just done. Spiral staircase here. That brings you up to, first of all, you've got this layer here, which is, oh good, things can spawn here. Fun. What a fun place. There's a zombie upstairs? He shouldn't be able to spawn upstairs. Okay, that's obvious where he spawned there. Yeah, so you've got this kind of like back balcony here that looks out this a ways. You're up here, and, kind of these cool looking down things. I'm thinking about putting black glass that goes across these. Or maybe light gray, so it's less visible. I think... Is that? Yeah, no, things can't spawn there. That's good. But yeah, you go around this kind of like the secondary outer wall thing, and that brings you up to here. So if you took that first scaffold I showed you, that comes up right here. And then, it's basically the exact same thing on this side. You wrap around down this way. And you've got these rooms here have... I don't understand where he spawned. Is he in the wall? No, he's up there. Where did you spawn? Anyway, so you've got access to this kind of like runway area up here, which is kind of neat. I like it. I wish I understood where you came from, sir. And then you can also continue up the spiral staircase into E.T.'s face. And here you are up here at like the highest point. Now, there shouldn't be anywhere, unless one of these odd spots is for some reason. Yeah, there's no way that's light level 7, unless like maybe 9. Yeah, what the heck? I don't know where he spawned, because none of the blocks up here are spawnable on the walls. There's definitely plenty of torches there. I'm at a loss as to how this man has spawned. Maybe down here? Some fluke of a spot and he wandered up? Nope, it doesn't get dark enough. Huh. He must have spawned where that creeper was and wandered up higher on his own. That's the only explanation I could come up with. Unless, ooh, that could be a dark spot in the night. Nope, that's bright as heck. Anyway, yeah, that's the tour of the portal building. I almost forgot about the button here. That's poorly hidden. It's just an alternative way to activate this. So, you can activate it from the inside and head up. Okay, I was literally about to go live and I discovered this guy. This man is 100% not the farmer I had, who has wandered off to his death, I guess. He's gone. Which means that there is yet a second villager that has escaped the town. And I am at a loss as to how that is happening. The only thing I could guess... Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. World is going on here? I don't think I'm supposed to look at that. It has been a long session of progress, about 4.5 hours since I last did any updates. This is the Villager Breeder Impulse SV uploaded to his YouTube channel, and it seems to work for anybody but me. I can't figure out why. These guys don't want to breed. They have bred. They're obviously capable of breeding, but they don't seem to want to breed. These guys won't throw their crops to these guys, so these guys are just constantly throwing back and forth the same carrots and potatoes that I gave them, and never breeding. I had one of the babies that was born occupy a bed, and then when I slept he fell through. So that should eventually free that bed up again later. But for now, that, you know, that could be why they're not breeding. But again, this, as far as a carrot and potato farm, it doesn't work because they won't throw it to them. For no discernible reason. The discernible reason is that the breeder is too close to the other villagers and villages. We're just gonna sit here. Yeah, okay, there it is. So yeah, these guys are all refreshing their trades by interacting with their job blocks, which is supposed to be something that only happens when they have trades that need refreshing. This is not happening, though. None of, like, most of these guys haven't even been traded with, and they still think they need to refresh. And they're doing it, like, a lot. Like, a lot. This is actually the end of this side. And then, did that one guy get his job back? Yeah, one of these guys, this guy stole the job block from another guy, and he just didn't have one because he stole it. So, are we on, yeah, we're on 14.4. Correct, right. So, either the pre-release version of Optifine I'm using has broken all of these villager updates, or, what's more likely, these villager updates weren't actually properly implemented. Alright, so we went ahead and we gave up on this idea. I think I realized what the problem is, and it's the village right there, but we're gonna troubleshoot it another time when I'm a little bit less triggered with it, because boy was I full angry. I was getting like angry with that thing. So we went ahead and we filled this up with villagers from the village instead, which was, you know, obviously kind of a shame, but very time consuming. Oh, we also got ourselves a mending villager. So we were mending on that and all these things finally. So these are actually like a really good source of XP to fix stuff, especially now that you can do like a lot of trading with them. We designed this so that we don't have any XP getting trapped behind it. And before, like, look at that, that's already fixed insanely fast. So now we just get XP. And emeralds, of course. And emeralds are one of those resources that are... We're in a big leg spike right now. There we go. Emeralds are one of those resources that, like, you can have tens of thousands of emeralds and still find a use for them. I, for example, plan on buying a lot of glass with my emeralds. Also, like, that I buy my golden carrots. So, you know, having a lot of emeralds is important, as well as I like to use emeralds as my beacon bases. So when I make, you know, massive beacons that use like 4 stacks of, you know, whatever valuable resources, I need 4 stacks of emerald blocks per beacon that I build, and I like to do lots and lots of beacons. Oh, and we're out of what-do-you-call-ems. And honestly, like, it'd be really nice to be able to just abandon beacon bases when I'm done mining instead of having to pick it back up, because that is, like, a big part of what makes mining annoying, is moving the beacon, which I know is a really stupid thing to complain about. But with this now, we actually can get use out of our massive melon and pumpkin farm. Like, look at this guy. This guy is refreshed again already. We didn't even make it all the way through with how many villagers are here, which is phenomenal. We can kind of get like infinite items, infinite XP now. And they're refreshing again. They might have broke villagers as far as like building villages and things like that in this update, but villager trading is now just ridiculously powerful. You certainly won't ever have to worry, if you build a massive melon and pumpkin farm anyway, you won't have to worry about, you know, XP or emeralds, which means, like, I can go buy glass now. I can go up to this dude, this dude, and I'm like, oh, give me your glass. Where are you here? And he gives me 48, and I go up to this guy who hasn't unlocked glass yet, and I'm like, give me those, and then he's gonna unlock in a second. Shoot, I guess I'm buying those too. Did you get glass yet? No. You got Unbreaking 3. I feel like I already had that. No. Okay, I must not have. Oh, that did like nothing. That's why. Heck. Alright, we're gonna have to worry about that. This dude got Lure 1. Can I... I'm gonna have to fart around with those guys to get to unlock stuff I like. Still, though, it's not like I wasted all those emeralds on those bookshelves, because first of all, I want a lot of bookshelves for a library enchanting hall project I have. And also, like, emeralds are free, so who cares if I blow a bunch on one resource. And I bet this dude's already refreshed and I can buy glass from him again. Yep, sure can. And while we're doing it, let's get lanterns, because they're a cool light source. Like, seriously, if you're overlooking villager trading, they won't stop refreshing. There's definitely something wrong with them. They're not supposed to be refreshing this often. I'm gonna use it though, because wowie, my dudes, look at that. I'm over the moon. This is kind of like this right here is a culmination of a lot of projects that I've been kind of like slowly whittling away at for a really, really long time. You know, the melon and pumpkin farm was something I built very, very early on in my world. I kind of rushed to it as soon as I could, knowing that this was going to be my primary method of emerald collection, and emeralds are how I plan on buying a lot of my most valuable resources. Actually, let's put this stuff in there, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we honestly, despite having a huge production of melon and pumpkin, we are probably able to just sell infinitely as long as it's the workday. Which means we will by far be out producing. So I think the next project I need to tackle in this area is I need to set up an enchanting hall, because I have hella levels that I have right now and am able to get. So I think I want to start getting like my different sets of armor, because since I can't get god armor in this world, I have to have 4 different sets of armor. Oh, there we go. Okay, so those guys locked up because we're probably out of the working day now, right? We sure are. So we have to kind of... Oh, I think that was the last guy we had. Yeah, cool. So yeah, the next big project will have to be an enchanting hall, so I can get lots of enchanting goodness done. When I was saying that I was going to tackle an enchanting room as my next big project, that was a lie. We're apparently end busting. What? Oh my god. Pretty sure I put that on, but whatever. Sorry, that was just a really bad head rush, and I thought I was gonna die. From our end raid is these items here, and then these items here. We got some pretty decent loot, I'd say. I think it's this shovel. Yeah, that's a perfect shovel. Like, efficiency 5 is completely, it does nothing on shovels, so that's a perfect shovel. We just have a regular mending shovel. One of these was Silk Touch as well. That one's Silk Touch, yeah. So we did get some really good stuff. Unfortunately, like, we don't need mending anymore because we have the mending villager. But that's a perfect chest plate as well for protection 4. That's really nice to have. We got some really, really sweet loot. We did. I'm really happy with this raid. Alright, so we're currently like 1/30th of the way done. When I say 1/30th of the way done, I mean like total progress, not just the dig. Working towards our enchanting table, and I'm sure everybody might be going, how does a gigantic hole in the ground equal an enchanting table? Well, that's a good question. My answer to that is shut up. It's just for looks. So we're basically just digging a gigantic hole to build our enchanting hall in, like a gigantic hole in. And this is going to take us a super duper long time. The haste beacon obviously helps a lot, but the amount of blocks I need to clear are in the like 100,000s, so it's going to take me a hot minute. Alright, my dudes. So we just filled up all of these chests. They're all full. Not to the brim, like there's a couple that could put 32 more granite there kind of thing, but they're full. So we are no longer going to be collecting the stone and whatever garbage from mining. We still have a fair bit to do, unfortunately. But we are going to still want to get our iron and, I don't know, our coal. God, we probably need more coal than that. And then I need some gold from here too. Yeah, okay. And we're just gonna mine. I'll leave those there for now. We don't need them. And we're just gonna mine and not pick up any of the blocks except for these ores because we want those. Well, we finished digging this hole, and I was optimistically hoping this would be large enough for our project, but unfortunately, looking at it, I want it to be taller by a fair bit. At least 10, the math, yes, 10 more blocks. That'll take me 4.5 hours to dig, and I don't want to spend another 4.5 hours on that, because I'm already 9 hours into the build as it is so far. So here's the plan. I want to go back to the workshop, and I'm going to grab a bunch of TNT, and we're going to blow some stuff up. We've finished placing in all of our TNT. Oh good, each of those guys could have been creepers. It goes along all the way above this space. And there was a good chance I'd die during that. I'd say my chances of dying in this detonation are at an all-time low, because it would take like a creeper having spawned down this way now and having been there, but we're okay. I should be counting this. Sorry, I'm just actually really nervous. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the 15th. Okay, so we flick that, and we keep running, and we don't stop running, and we don't stop running, and we don't stop running. Oh. That's going to be going on for a while. We can actually wait here just a little bit and we'll be able to go check it out. It looks like we're having some issues with TNT not detonating at the right level. And it's coming all the way over here. Ah, yes. Should have brought some cake. Oh god, it's doing a terrible job at blowing this up. Oh no. There's still so many blocks left. This was a colossal waste of time and resources. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder why. So, it doesn't look like we had any TNT fall all the way down. It's still kind of going, I guess, huh? Clearing this out is actually going to be really difficult. Oh, wow, this was a waste of time. This has probably made the amount of work I need to invest larger. It's going to take more time to clean this mess. Oh, goodness. That sucks. I spent like 800 TNT on this, and it screwed me over. That looks kind of neat, though. We're not going to leave it, but it looks kind of neat. Yeah, there's whole sections where like no TNT was there for some reason. Wow. Also, the entities. There's so many blocks on the ground. Wow. I'm gonna have to say I'm bummed. I'm very bummed. We have so much work to do to clear that out. It barely made a difference. This was a horrible mistake. Alright, we are almost done cleaning up our mess from the big mistake, which was the TNT. We definitely learned our lesson. If we're going to be using TNT, we have to use it a lot more in smaller quarters. And before we do our witch farm, we're definitely going to have to sit down and do some testing to figure out just exactly what kind of layout we need to do if we want to completely remove all of the blocks in an area without having to go through and do this. Because this sucked. This was such a pain in the butt. I definitely made it harder on myself when I was still streaming by not lighting up these walkways. Seriously, like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be easier. I mean, I know what the thought process was, and it was I didn't want to go up and go make more torches. And I was like, going to get torches is going to be harder. Wow, what a dummy. I don't know why. I mean, it was just getting lazy and stupid. So, I was gonna go live again. I took a break because I was just so bummed and so frustrated with this having gone so poorly, and I was gonna go live again after. And you know, I ate myself a sandwich, and I decided, you know, like I really don't have fun streaming this. Like even with chat interaction, this kind of grind is just, it's not entertaining. there's no entertainment value from this. I don't know, maybe if there was like a lot more people there to kind of like diversify, it might be more interesting, but certainly when there's just like a handful of people, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. It was just me being grumpy that I had to do this for so long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep grinds like this one to an off-stream basis, because like I can sit here and just kind of perfectly pleasurably on my own just veg out and slave away at this without really any complaints. I mean, like, it's not fun, but when I'm streaming, I feel like I have to be performing and entertaining people well, and there's only so much you can do to make this fun, I think, for other people to watch. And then beyond that, it's just, you know, not fun. And what happens is I kind of like psych myself out, and I'm like, oh, this isn't fun, like nobody's having a good time, and then I'm not having a good time at that point. So I'm gonna keep awful long grinds like this to a mostly off-stream basis, I think. And that means when I need to do a little bit more. My plan for the ceiling, because I realized actually filling in the ceiling is going to be a big problem. I thought about for a little while, I was like, I'm gonna, you know, like, I'm so annoyed with this project, I'm going to build it. This is the maximum height. This isn't where I originally wanted it to go to, but, you know, in my anger of having failed my explosion so horribly, I was like, this is going to be the height, and I'm going to put the ceiling right here, so this block would be the ceiling. It would be much lower than I wanted, and also, like, filling that in would be quite difficult, because, like, I can only reach that far to place the blocks, and that's not good. So what I've gone ahead is I've devised a plan that fixes both of my problems at the same time. So I'm going to go up into the ceiling here, another 3 blocks, so that I can do the thing where I'm looking downward and mining 3 blocks downward at a time, and that'll allow me to deal with this kind of uneven layer much more easily. And I will also clear out a space at, you know, like I'm going to clear out this space, and then I'll walk and clear out that, which will be that block, and one above it kind of thing. And then I'll go ahead and clear this block and then put the ceiling there, and then tear the floor out underneath me. And that'll be the way we get the ceiling done, because that is actually a fairly substantial problem that we needed to solve, and I think that's really going to be the easiest way. The alternative would be I'd have to place out, you know, more of these, so like every that often, or completely fill it, which that's going to take a super duper long time, and then another probably like 45 minutes to tear out after, and I don't want to do that. That doesn't seem like the way to enjoy myself. That's not something I want to do on stream, let alone off stream. So the new plan is to dig out just a little bit of space above this. That'll give me the height I want, and then we can put our ceiling in, and everything will be Gucci gang after that. We've run into a sizable problem. I knew it was going to come soon, but not this soon. We are into our final row of chests, so they fill up in order of the very bottom, it fills to the top, and then it starts the next row. So that means we're into this final row now, with this chest being full. And it didn't take us very long to do this, which is amazing. That means we're producing a ridiculous amount of XP in those furnaces. Far more XP than I ever thought we would be. There must be, you know, 100,000 XP in there or more. So great, awesome, fantastic. Problem is now we need to expand the storage on this thing already. And if anyone was paying super close attention during the live streams, this wouldn't show up in videos. But we have right here, that's the hole we've been digging. So good news, we have the beacon effect here. Bad news, we don't have a lot of space to go down, which means we need to actually expand it that way more than we need to go downward. Oh boy, not a small problem actually. This is fairly substantial. Every single chest has to have a hopper, and there's a couple extra hoppers that have to happen up top. So if I want to double this, I think this is, no, there's a bunch. I just need a lot of wood, and I need a lot of hoppers, and I have those resources. It's just I don't want to spend them right now. So big shame. We are detoured on our hole dig while we solve our cactus crisis. Okay, we've solved our crisis by just adding a bunch more chests. It's not quite like perfect, you know, where I'm missing this top row because that's That's the surface right there. It'll do, though. I would like to add some sort of indicator, because, like, with these chests up here, I can just walk up and be like, oh, hey, is that chest full? Yep, it's full. With those ones, we won't be able to do that. So, I'm thinking I might have some sort of indicator light on the bottom that lets us know when the very top chest is full. That sounds like a lot of work, actually. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just have something that detects when this one is full, and it just, I don't know, makes a bunch of noise. So you're like, hey, shoot, I should probably go and expand my cactus or whatever. Or get my XP. Because that's a lot of XP. I can't wait to get that harvest. And that is so much more cactus than I'll ever use. So we broke something else, apparently, while we were, Oh! How did that break? What happened to my flying machine? Huh. Can I... What do I do? I didn't do anything. Does this one do anything? Aha! She awakens! I don't know what happened to these ones over here, though. I want to be on the right side of this. I'm gonna get through here. Oh, goodness gracious. How did that happen? Anyway, okay, well, we fixed it. Put all of our... That's supposed to all go against the wall the other way. Because it's supposed to go this way. Anyway. Huh, okay, whatever, I guess it's fixed. Can I check that? Yeah, it works. Okay. That's lame as heck.